So how do you use this story structure to come up with content ideas? If you're building a personal brand, you have a business and you want to put out content, you want to teach, you want to educate. Each customer, each client, they have their story. And in their story, there's beasts and there's booby traps in their way of their success. And these are booby traps that you've figured out, that you've solved. You found a way over, through, or around them that you can teach about. Let's say you train people how to play basketball. A booby trap for someone is whenever someone does a pick and roll, they can't stop it. That's a booby trap. How to defend the pick and roll. You teach that. That's a booby trap. It's hurting the heel of their foot every single time they play. Let's say someone doesn't know what the best shoes are and they need a better shoe that has more heel support. You have insight. You teach them how to avoid that and get the right shoe. You do product reviews. That's going to people in their story, from novice basketball player to starting five. You teach people how to avoid these beasts and these booby traps, become one of the starting five players. It's a simple way to look at content. You can go online and type in trending keyword searches. That's cool. Simplest way is to say, what was challenging for me? Think of the booby traps in your industry. Think of things that you can solve in a unique way that is different from everyone else. Maybe even actually solve something that someone else has already solved, but just do it in your voice. Find ways to get your customer, your client, your people through, around, and over booby traps. You got content to teach. You got content, and teaching is the best way of making content. You want to educate, you want to entertain. Alright, that was an air ball. You probably want to know why I'm always on a basketball court or I'm walking my dog when I'm making video content. Here's why. I have a full-time job. I usually wake up at 7 a.m. and I'm in production, whether it's pre-production, filming, editing, or coming up with ideas or working with the team from around 7 till 1 or 2. And then I take a little break. I go for a walk with my dog, or I go shoot some hoops just to get the blood flowing, get away from the screen for a little bit. I feel like the best ideas happen when you're not in front of a screen, just to get moving around, to get a little loose. It's a good time to film some ideas that I've had in my head. So throughout the day, I come up with ideas, I write them down, put them in some a Google Doc, look at the Google Doc before I go on that walk or go and shoot hoops, and I say, hey, I'm going to talk about this idea on camera. It's that simple. And then I get back to work from around 3 until 11. 3 until midnight. Talking to the camera right now, just jamming with you. This is me just shooting hoops. This is me throwing the ball around, working through some ideas that I think could help you solve some problems as you're trying to make video content for your business or personal brand. I don't like studio settings. I don't like sitting in an office. I like moving around. I like the feeling of, hey, I'm just having a conversation with a friend as I'm shooting some hoops.